June 22, 2026, I received a news that I would never thought that I would hear here in the Philippines. The news is all about a school shooting incident that happened in San Jose National High School at Tacloban, Leyte. Allegedly, allegedly, they said that there is three dead from the incident and allegedly five injured. Or I'm going to say I'm predicted it more because for now they are investigating about it and I feel like it's more because it's shooting. There's no way it's just five injured. And from the reports, the suspects are minor. There are two suspects and they are minor. The one suspect is 14 years old and the other one is 15 years old. Now I'm going to say or I'm going to tell what happened based off what I research or what I watch based off the investigation so far. Everything that I did is research. If you guys think that this is not what happened, you guys can comment. It's completely free. Use the comment section. Use your voice. Come on. So, what happened here is that allegedly, everything I say is allegedly because we don't know yet. We only have a voice from Philippine National Police head. I don't know what they call, but the head of the National Police. They said from the beginning, from the outside of the school, they already using the firearm. They already shooting whenever the person that they see, and they already shooting to the window of the school's establishment. And this is what I get shocked when I hear this. Because for some reason, they also see that one of the student, maybe the 15-year-old one, know how to reload their firearm, which is not actually surprising because kids nowadays are exposed to shooter games, to Call of Duty, Fortnite, you name it. So once that, that's what happened, right? And when they are inside of the establishment, they also start shooting everything, everywhere. They are allegedly like they hear like three gunshots, allegedly, but I feel like there's more because that is a two firearms that is wielded by two minors, and I feel like they have no absolute knowledge about using those firearms. So I don't know what is the actual story from how they stop, but I feel like they are get tired or they are run out of bullet and they decided to run to the back side of this establishment of the school, the San Jose National High School, and escape and try to escape there. But this is what happened. When they are on that backside of the school, they get caught by the citizen who lives near and they are arrested. I'm not going to name these suspects, even though now that I'm now disappointed to them, like what the crap. the two firearms that are used by these suspects. The 14-year-old suspect used a 9mm pistol, and the 15-year-old minor used a 38 caliber revolver. I want you guys to remember that. Now, from the first place, we already going to see, or we're going to imagine why these guardians have a firearm from the first place. And second, if they have a firearm, they also need to supervise those firearms. They don't need, or they have this responsibility that don't put your firearm through its respective area that can reach from everybody or maybe known by everybody. If that's firearm, you the only way the only person that needed to know where it's hidden is only you who licensed to use that firearm. But for some reason, these minor students or these minor suspects know where it hides. I don't know. It's like a Lego headpiece, right? It's like a Lego headpiece. It's already dangerous in the reach of children. So if it's a toy that already have a written that not reach from the keep away from the reach of the children, what about the firearms? What happened to that? So the first question that I said is why these guardians of these students or these suspects have a firearms from the first place, because the guardian of the 14-year-old minor suspect that is carrying a 9mm pistol is one of his guardian is a police. It's a police officer who owns the 9mm pistol, while from the 15-year-old minor suspect, his guardian is a security guard who is licensed from the security guard that 38 caliber revolver. Now, I want to take a look back again and why I said to you guys to remember those guns. Because under the Republic Act number 10591, or also known as Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulation Act, it's been standard issue service firearm from the Philippine National Police is only less than 20 millimeters. That is only they like agree for these personnels to have less than 20 millimeters. So if you count it down, you will also see the 9mm pistol that is the police officer have, which is, I'm going to say, this police officer is reasonable to have a 9mm pistol, but not reasonable to not supervise it, having a firearm and putting that firearm in the reach of this 14-year-old man or boy. I don't know. But this is the things that keeps bugging me out. The other, the other firearm. Because I made my research. Okay, I made my research that the 38 caliber revolver is a long before standard issue, this standard firearm from the Philippine National Police, the PNP. But they not longer call it as the standard firearm because they put it into the Republic Act number 10591, that they are already that they just agreeing these firearms that is less than to 20 millimeters. Now, this 38 caliber revolver is owned by a security guard. Now, security guard, based of what I know, security guard is go through the phase like the police. So I assume, or maybe I don't think if I know, I don't think if I'm right. I don't have a time to research this, but I feel like they are fall under from the same law, from this same Republic Act. So knowing that they don't agree to license this 38 caliber revolver, and saying that the security guard personnel have a license of 38 caliber revolver is just keeps bugging me out. Why it's still licensed to him if we don't agree that it's a standard firearm, and why the security guard still have this gun and still and don't have a supervision from this firearm. I want your guys' comments from this. Now I want to go to the second topic, which is I want to call out every single department here in the Philippines. I want to suggest that use the budget, use the taxes, use the money of the Filipinos to, let's say, the minority. Let's say the minority of the budget of the Filipinos use in this school safety thingy, this school students safety, instead of buying Rolls Royce umbrella, buying cars or sports car, buying lands, buying mansions, houses, like that crap. Use the money to the Filipinos, because that's the Filipinos' money, not just your money. Yeah, I'm looking at you. I'm not going to call out names. Maybe I want to call out names because I know you. I know who are you. I don't want to call your name. But this is my suggestion from what is the first place. As a Filipino who takes education here in the Philippines, because I'm a Filipino, the school is not great. The security thingy in the schools are crap. The doors is just a weak wood. The glasses is also not finished. They easily to get broken, and the concrete of this establishment is easily to get cracked, which is not safe. Now I want to suggest that from we can adopt these America's safety thingies. You guys know the clip. I'm just going to show a video in front of your screen. Those like bar thingy on the bottom of the door, every door, and the blinds, or maybe, yeah, let's say a blinds to every window. Why not? Why not we spend those money for the safety of these children, for the safety of these next generations? Because just like our Philippine hero, Dr. Jose Rizal said, ang kabataan ay pag-asa ng bayan. So, why don't we use our money to save these children and not use as a personal gain. It doesn't make sense. I'm still looking at you, okay? I'm still looking at you. You can't get rid of my mind. You can't. Now, there's also a point here that I get from a quote. Quote, there's no point in changing a system after the events. It must be done now to stop them from happening. And yes, I get that quote to the famous this latest Netflix series titled Teach You a Lesson. This is quoted and said by Choi Gang Suk, acted by Lee Sung Mia. I forgot what his name. His quote is just completely saying that we can act we can act before a disaster happening, not that disaster just happened, which is normally we see every single time, just like what happened. Since the day of shooting, this department is just responding just today. They're going to send psychologists. They go. The president is sad. For some reason, that's valid. For some reason, that's valid. But you know, before it happened, we can act. We can we can invest. From the first place, we can invest through these facilities, through these schools, for the safety of the students. Now, I'm going to say, yeah, there's some people going to say that public school, come on, it's just public school. What you gonna do with public school? Maybe there's like a private schools that's what you're saying that those Bartings have. But let me tell you, I make a research, okay? And I want to look at your screen right now. Pause if you guys want to read. But there's the percentage of the student who attends or who enroll in public. I'm not going to read in the picture because for some reason it's like 98 public, 97 private, which is doesn't make sense because if you add that up, it succeeds more than 100%. I don't know what's happening to the mathematicians in the Philippines, but in public, it's it have a 89.83% of students who enrolled in public. This is kinder to grade 12. Okay? I didn't I also didn't count the ALS, which is I know I needed to include them, but I'm just tired to math these things out. But the number of the 89.83% is equivalent of 988,270 students. While who enrolled in private, just like what I said, from kinder all the way to grade 12 is just 10.17% or in number 111,910. Now, it's the number, we are talking about numbers here. The majority of the students who are taking education is the majority is enrolled in public. from that specific number, why don't we take an action to the public school? Eh? That doesn't make sense. Eh? You have a budget to buy all your needs, all your wants. You can buy your car, you can buy your freaking umbrella for some reason that is Rolls Royce. You can just buy like a 20 pesos, no, like 100 pesos umbrella here in the Philippines, which is that is good enough to use. But a budget to protect the children who will carry the Philippines in the future, really let that sink in, okay? The third the third thingy that I want to talk is this is can be also fall under to parents. I'm sorry. I'm sorry parents. I'm sorry parents or guardians, but this can also blame to you, okay? Because as of pandemic, maybe while pandemic was happening or maybe after pandemic, mobile gadgets became the number one tool for babysitting. That means that from the very young age of these children to your son, daughter, to your children is already exposed to internet through social media. And majority of them don't actually supervise their son, their daughter, their children while using the mobile device, which is dangerous because they have a unlimited access in the internet and the social media, because we all know that internet and social media is a dangerous place. And why they do this? Because I don't know, they don't give a freak when their child cry. They just gonna give the mobile device to stop it crying. If the kid makes a tantrum, they just gonna give the gadget. They just gonna give the mobile device to stop the tantrum. If they want that kid to fall asleep, they just gonna give that mobile device. So they don't have a problem. Do you think that's right? Do you think do you think that's right? I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry if I'm talking as like a grown up man to older generations, but come on, dude. Come on, mom or sirs. Don't use this mobile gadget, these mobile devices as your babysitter. Okay? It's not good. It's not just good. Because first of all, guardians or parents, we need your supervision because the internet and social media is a dangerous place. Just like what I said earlier. Why? Because they can't watch videos. They can watch sexual videos, violence videos, etc. Right? They can receive an information that can clearly influence their mind, which is I assumedly what happened to these two suspects. They are exposed to this social media internet, these violence games, why they are know how to reload, how they know how to use these firearms. I just know it. I have a feel of it that that's why they have, and they are not mature enough to know that it's not good. I don't know, or maybe they are insane. I don't know. The second thing that we need your supervision because of the games. I'm going to say it. I am a gamer of myself, but you guys need to supervise your children playing the games because there is so many genre of the games. To the literally every game have a age restriction, as you guys can see on your screen right now. Everything have a age restriction. You just need to read. You just need to supervise your kid not playing these 18 plus games, these violence games that can literally influence their mindset. Okay? We need your supervision also because this can also affect mobile gadgets, mobile devices, internet, social media, these games can affect their mental health, their mental insanity. It also can affect and influence how they socialize to other people, turning them into introvert, as we call them, and etc. Okay, I'm an introvert myself. I can't speak to public, but but I know what's right and wrong. Okay, I know what I need to act in public. I have a moral to know that how to act in public, how to interact with these certain peoples into these certain fields. Please, please, supervise your children using mobile gadgets. It is better to not introduce your children into mobile devices. Introduce them to toys. To toys! Come on! Toys is great. Come on. Now, we have also a fourth, I don't know, fourth topic, which is I'm going to say this is actually sad to like to show, but as you guys can see in your thingy, in your screen right now, that for the past 7 days there's a three similar cases happened in 7 days. I'm going to read each one. In June 16, seven students injured in knife attack by schoolmate. Sounds normal? No. June 19, grade 11 student stabbed by schoolmate. Another stab. Sounds normal? Actually, no. And now, this latest, June 22, 3 dead, 5 injured, allegedly, shooting by schoolmate. Which is, I'm sincerely condolence to these parents who lost their child in the incident. Now, from this angle to these three similar cases that has happened from 7 days, for some reason they are not moving. They are not taking action. They are taking action, but it already happened. Why? They didn't do any actions from the first place. That's the thing. Okay? That's what Choi Gang Suk is saying. We need to take an action before it's happened. We need to predict it. Okay? We need to come on, work together. God damn it. And this entire thing, it's very alarming because this is the first time I'm hearing this news. Okay, this is the first time I'm hearing a news that is shooting incident in a school. I know, I know some news, but it's from the United States of America, and they know from that. And because of those incidents, they are now trying to maintain that security. Do we need to go to that before we take to action? Do we need these thousands, maybe millions of students die before we take an action? Are you serious right now? Are you serious? This I want to call out these departments. Okay, I want to call out DSWD because you guys are the responsible for the childrens. You are responsible for their, I don't know, their thingies. DepEd, god damn it, DepEd, work together as one. Come on, make a a law or something to make schools better. Schools, come on, and especially PNP, the the Philippine National Police, which is I want for these departments to hear this message. We need a better security in the school. Specifically, I'm suggesting these school barriers, the barrier from the windows. I want every single room have that because it's for the safety of the students. I also want to call out that we also have a drill for specific scenarios because we have a drill for earthquake drill, right? I also want to have a drill for this. What if there's an incident that will happen? What they gonna do? Because what happened to these students in San Jose National High School, they just run. They just push each other. That's why there's so many injuries. That's why there's so many injured. Come on. I need answers. And I need it down. And if you guys have a comment, just comment down below. Okay? It will help the message to reach to many people. Share, don't even like, maybe like, who knows. But yeah, this is bad. And I also want to say that in this time, we have an update from the shooting. Okay? At first, the reports at first, they believe it's because of bullying. These two suspects get revenge to this school for some reason because they get bullied. But update, there's new reports from PNP that allegedly it's all planned out. It's having evidence that they talk out, they speak out from their mobile devices. They talk to each other. They planned everything. And the update is also it reaches up to 20 injuries allegedly. And I know for sure that it will grow maybe tomorrow. I just know that. But yeah, it's very sad to put this out there. I need changes. All the departments of the Philippines, DSWD, DepEd, PNP, who knows what. I don't know. I also calling Even the goddamn president. Come on, do something. Do something. This is your country. The Filipinos voted you for some reason. Do something. Come on. We need changes. We don't need promises anymore. It's just an old trick in the book when it changes, especially to this problem. I need changes.